As you know, there are questions, though, about the politics and the administration's potential of putting their hand on the scale. And let me just read you some comments by Dr. Scott Gottlieb, who, as you know, was a member of your own administration. And he is deeply, as he says, quote, deeply concerned about the Department of Health and Human Services requests and not just requests, but the ability to review and change those mortality weekly reports. He says this goes straight to the credibility, a question that we're talking about when it comes to vaccines. When it comes to the CDC, he said, I think that's the most corrosive event of the last several weeks, seeing information get put up on the CDC website that doesn't necessarily represent the work of the CDC scientists or doesn't represent the consensus of that agency. How do you respond?
Well, Andrew, I'll respond the way Dr. Redfield responded, the head of the CDC, that while the CDC gets input, as it does with any peer review process on those mortality and morbidity weekly reports, those are peer-reviewed articles, at the end of the day, the CDC and its editorial board decide what gets published. Now, as to the specific thing Dr. Gottlieb is referring to there, the individuals involved are no longer here at the department once we've learned about that activity. But those journal articles, they go through a very robust peer review process. As you should. That's why it's called peer review. The best scientists and doctors in the government work on those to review to make sure the data stands, is repeatable, replicable, and will stand up because we do want to make sure that we're getting the best, accurate, timely information out from the CDC, but in a peer-reviewed, appropriate fashion.
Secretary Azar, on Monday, the CDC put up guidelines that suggested that the aerosolized spray was one way that you can very likely contract COVID. I don't think it surprised many people. There's been a lot of scientific research, including reports from MIT supporting that. But then later in the day, it was taken down. What happened? And I ask that because schools and workplaces are looking at the CDC guidelines for how they should be operating. And it caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, so apparently this is what CDC has said. They accidentally posted a draft guidance around the aerosolization issue on Friday. That got reported in the media, I think, on Sunday evening. And then CDC noticed this Monday and withdrew it for now as they continue to finalize their guidance. I've got no concern with the guidance. Nobody does. We want to get accurate information out, but we want to make sure it's whatever CDC wants to stand by, and the CDC has said it was their call. They withdrew this because it was in draft form and somebody mistakenly, I guess, pressed send on it. We'll let them run their process.